This is a video that I promised some people on a couple of the forums that I would do about this TIG welder. Now, I got this idea from an older guy years ago about this DC inverter that you could TIG weld with it. And I never really picked it up. I didn't really fool with it a whole lot because I had access to so many of the new modern stuff that welded so good. And this machine right here, after I got to thinking about it, I was like, well, I knew that Harbor Freight had these things. So I went on the internet and I went to YouTube and I found a video that someone had made. The guy had one of these exact same welders. And I looked at the video and I decided I'm going to give it a shot and see if it works. I knew that it was a different type of way to start it. You didn't have a foot pedal or nothing like that. That it was just the old school way of doing things. And it's very inexpensive to set this machine up. As you can see, I kind of made my own idea for what would be a good cart for it, so that I could push it around the yard and wherever else I want to go, and just have a TIG welder. And it also will hook up to just your regular 110. I mean, your 115, 120, whatever you want to call it. So it doesn't take a whole lot of power. It's 80 amp output. So you can weld some, pretty decent steel with it. You're only going to be able to weld steel and stainless steel. But it does work. It's what you would call a scratch start. You don't have a foot pedal, so you have to actually touch the tungsten to the metal to create the arc, and then you pull it back away from it, which I'll show you as we get to doing a little sample weld. In saying that, it's just a little, I think the welder costs about, you can get them at Harbor Freight on sale for about, I don't know, $135. I think I got mine on sale, 140 bucks. And I got the welder from there. I got the torch from there, which you can see it has just a on-off valve for your gas to stabilize your tungsten so it won't burn up. And that comes from them, and I think they actually stopped making that, but we'll give you a part number. If your local Harbor Freight has them still, they may give it to you real cheap, as I got mine cheap. And they hook right into this machine along with the ground cable that come with it. They hook right in there. So I got the welder, the torch, and the regulator. The regulator I got on sale for like 25 bucks because I had a 20% off coupon. Everybody loves those. And so everything here comes from there. I already had the argon tank. You got to have 100% argon. It does the best for TIG welding, especially with stainless steel and whatnot from sugaring. But anyways, this is the setup that I use. You'll find that it'll help you out in your shop, and it don't cost you a whole lot of money. I think I got like 200 bucks, and that's with all the discounts that I was able to get through it. But 250 bucks for the setup, and you can come out and be welding. And I'm gonna show you the part numbers. The camera is going to move over to the part numbers. It's going to show you what I bought. These all come from Harbor Freight. So he'll get you looking in on those. I'm going to plug this machine up. And here in a minute, after he gets all those parts in there, we're going to set up and do a little small bead so you can see how it works. It'll do good on frames and tubing and stuff like that. It lays a pretty good bead down. You'll be able to, hopefully we can darken it all in to where you can see the actual torch and the arc and the filler rod and the puddling and everything. We're going to try to show you that. So now in saying that, he showed you the parts, the part numbers. Hopefully you can see them on there. We're going to actually tack up this piece of metal here that I done set up. And we're going to run a bead. I'm going to have to cut some lights off here. The gas is already on. And now you can just turn the welder on. And I usually turn it on to about, on this is 11 gauge I'm going to be welding. And I turn it on just to a little bit under wide open, to wide open. And what I'll do is tack it up first, and we're going to after I get it tacked, we're going to darken everything in and see if we can't get you a video of how it actually welds. Now again, I have to, it's called strike arc, scratch arc, whatever, scratch start, whatever you want to call it. And it's pretty, it takes a little trick getting used to it, but I still haven't mastered it, but I'm working on it. And what I'll do is cut my gas on now. And it just runs all the time until you cut it back off. And you just kind of touch it to the metal. If you stick it, don't worry, just break it off. See, I got it. Heat it up, throw a little rod in there, and then whip it out. Okay, it's tacked on that end. Now I'm going to come in here and tack it on this end. And I done figured out I kind of use the filler to actually help start it when I'm in a tight place like that. It actually helps me start the arc. Now in saying that, we're going to try to darken this in, and we'll try to get you what you can see, the puddle and the arc and all, and watch how it kind of just flows. Good little welder for the price. Okay, here we go. See if I can do something here. As you can see it, I burnt my tungsten a little bit. And you just roll it out. And I just like to kind of let the gas run back over top of it. Cool it off. And as you can see, it lays it pretty good in there. Now what I do is I take a wire brush, kind of just clean it up a little bit so you can really see how it lays a bead in there pretty good. And I was using stainless filler. That's the only filler rod that I had handy at the time, so I used a stainless steel filler on that. But you can see right in there I had it going pretty good, and then I accidentally touched my tungsten. But okay, this is the video that I was promising I was going to do, and that's all for today.